with the nouns.
Okay, any questions so far? Go.
Oh, this has nothing to do with related material, but just in general, if we have to use the bathroom or take a phone.
Oh, just you take a phone call or use the bathroom, yeah. But if it's a phone call from a girlfriend, all right, but if it's an important thing, yes, okay. For sure.
That's no big deal.
If you have a child at home that you're responsible for, a babysitter, whatever, I'd never have an issue with that, okay? Bathroom, sure, just take your break. If you need to go for coffee or something like that, fine, okay? I try to keep it at an hour, okay? From 7 to 8, we take a 10-minute break, and then we finish at 9, okay? Good, all right. Nouns and articles. Nouns and articles, all right. Where are we? What's a noun? What's a noun?
Person, place, thing.
Person, place, thing. Good. All right. Simple. Easy. Person, place, thing. All right. And the article. What's an article?
Something in a newspaper.
Something in a newspaper. Yes. Okay. All right. We're talking about grammar now. We're talking about grammar. Okay. All right. In your text, that's 1.1. That's 1.1. Okay. And let's look at our vocabulary. La página 38. 38, por favor, abran los libros a la página 38. Open your books to page 38. Yes? Page 38. 38. Let's hit those numbers again, please. Let's count by threes. Okay? 3, 6, 9. You can use both hands. Yes, okay. What? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, I see no lips moving, Your lips have to be moving out there, yes. Okay, what? 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 39. Okay, that's far enough there. All right, how about by fours? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Okay, that's far enough there. 40. We get to 40. But we haven't learned 40. Okay, muy bien. All right. How about by sixes? Okay, 6, 12, 18, 24, 36 is good enough. Yes, okay. Got to know those numbers. Study those over the weekend. How many days do we have? We've got what? This is Thursday. We've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yes? Don't wait till Monday night to go over this material, or Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon. Okay? Study your vocabulary. Study your vocabulary. Okay? All those little dialogues there. Señor Perales. Okay? Those people. Okay? And these are your words. These are your words on page 38. Start making your vocabulary cards. Okay? Cut that 3 by 5 in half. Spanish on one side, English on the other. Or if you're really smart, you can just write them on a page. Or you can take the text, or you can use the online material and just click on them back and forth. Whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. If you're slow, okay, having a hard time understanding this material, write it all out. It's what I used to have to do. Okay? It's what I used to have to write it all out. Okay? Like a to-do list. Those of you that have difficulty remembering, what am I doing today? Okay? You've tried it on a day timer. You've tried it on your iPad, your iPhone, whatever you're using. Okay? Write it out. Write it out so you know where you're at. So it's not a surprise. We have a test today. No. How did you know? Well, you have the schedule. Yes? It's a week from Tuesday. It's a week from Tuesday. So we've only got tonight's class, next Tuesday, Thursday, and then we have our first test. Yes? Question?
What's your background?
My background? Gracious. Like, what do you mean?
Like you don't come from Hispanic descent, you learned
No.
Spanish.
I'm probably Irish, Scotch.
You're very impressive, the way you talk.
Okay, good. Okay, nouns. All right.
I mean,
So nouns, here we are. Okay, nouns. On the right-hand side, what's that word at the top of the page? In orange, right-hand side. What does it say? Sustantivos. Sustantivos, exactly. Okay. Substantives. Well, they're nouns. They're nouns. And look at them all. What's the first one up there? Autobus. Yes, autobus. Autobus. And that autobus has an accent. Yes, it has an accent. That's part of the spelling of the word. That's part of the spelling of the word, okay? The accent is part of the spelling of the word. If you have a word that you see there in your list, lapis, okay? Lapis, that's an accent, okay? Not quite that big, all right? Not quite that big, all right? But that's part of the spelling of the word. Just like the word see, okay? See with the accent means yes, okay? See without the accent means if, okay? If. Very important, yes, okay? George calls her up, says, you want to go out? She can say yes, or she can say if you have a Corvette and we go to a, 5-star restaurant. Yes, okay? Big difference, yes. Okay, so autobus. What's the article in front of the autobus? El. Okay, what's the next word? El Chico, okay? El Chico. And we looked at the CH as a separate letter of the alphabet, yes? Okay? All right. Now, El Chico can also change to the feminine, which is La Chica, sí. La Chica. So we're learning something now in that we have an El and a La. All right. Well, those are the articles, okay? El, La. They both mean the. Okay? In English, we say the girl, the girls, the boy, the boys. We don't make any distinction at all between girl and boy with the article. Spanish does all the time, because in Spanish, you're going to hear this often, okay? There is a masculine, okay? And there's also a feminine, yes? And F-E-M, yes, okay? Feminine. There's also a singular, okay? And there's also a plural, all right? We're going to use these words all the time to identify things. Masculine, feminine, singular, plural. When it comes to nouns, person, place, or thing. Autobus, chico, chica. So we see El Chico, that's the masculine article. La is the feminine article. This is singular. These are singular. Yes? Okay? To make El Chico plural, how are we going to do that?
Los or las.
Los or las. Yes? Okay, well, El, the plural of El is what? Los. Okay? And we're going to add an S. Because this word ends in a vowel. Try to stay awake, okay? If you find yourself, nodding, or the eyes, lids closing, whatever, stand up, walk around, whatever. Yes? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Denitra or D.
Denitra, D. Go,
Okay,
because you sat over here the last time.
Yes,
Yes, okay, D, go.
When you change it to plural, I know the accent are over some of them. Do the accents stay over the same letters when they're plural?
Hang on. Excellent segue into autobus. Okay? We have El Chico, Los Chicos. Well, there were no accents here. El Autobus, we changed that to what? Los what? Autobuses. And we dropped the accent. There are a few words that keep the accent in Spanish, but most drop the accent from the singular to the plural. Okay? Most drop the accent from the singular to the plural. Okay? Don't get all hung up about this. Okay? Just focus on the word. Okay? The El, singular, masculine. Los, plural, masculine. If the word ends in a vowel, we add S. Well, what did we do here when it ended in a consonant? We added ES. So any word that ends in a vowel, you're going to make it plural by adding an S. If it ends in a vowel, okay, an S. If it ends in a consonant, you're going to add ES. Simple rule, yes? Simple rule. Okay, so El Los. Okay, La, plural of La is Las. And then what? Chicas. What's the next word down? La computadora. The plural of la computadora is going to be las computadoras. Okay? Next. La comunidad. Okay? La comunidad. DAD. If it ends in DAD, it's probably going to be feminine. Okay, if it ends in DAD. So now we can say most words that end in A are feminine. Most words that end in DAD are feminine. This is also a cognate. What's a cognate?
Words that look like
It's a word that's similar in both languages. Similar in both languages. The DAD in Spanish is the same as the TY in English. So you look at this, pronounce it in English, community. Okay? If I said, what is sociedad, you would say it's society. Nacionalidad, nationality, which is one of our words in the end section going down the list. Yes? Nacionalidad. It's also a feminine word. So, you're going to say plural here. Las what? Las na what? Cio, nacio, na, li what? Whoa, we don't have enough room here. Okay? Masculine, singular. Here we go. Nacionalidad what? That's a consonant. So we're going to add an es. Las nacionalidades. Las nacionalidades. Okay?
I think you made the wrong word.
Yeah.
I made the wrong word. Nacionalidades. I made what?
Community.
Oh, community. I'm sorry. I was saying nacionalidades. Beautiful. Stay on that. Yes, that's beautiful. All right. Keep me on the right track, okay? Because it gets toward 9 o'clock. I get a little fuzzy, okay? Some of you are getting a little fuzzy too, okay? All right. So let's do it with comunidades then. What is it going to be? What? Comunidades. Comunidades. Yes, beautiful. Thank you. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Curtis.
Curtis?
Yeah.
Curtis. Muy bien, Curtis. Gracias, gracias. Okay. Next word down. What is it?
The casa.
Well, cosa. We have cosa, which fits into cosa, chica, okay, ends in an A. So it's la cosa, so the plural is going to be las cosas. Las cosas. Yes? Las cosas.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one then? Go ahead.
La conductor.
El or la. Ah, okay. So we have a L, okay. El con what?
Conductor.
Ductor. So the OR is going to tell us it's masculine. Very similar to what other word in the P's there?
Problem.
Profesor. Exactly. Profesor. Okay. Conductor. Profesor. And you can look at this. This is another cognate. All right. What's this word in English? Conduct. So he's a conductor. Okay. Conductor. All right. Profesor. Okay. Same thing. Okay. We go. I'm dyslexic. We can do this again. Here we are. Okay. Profesor. And remember, the Spanish spells it with one F. One F. By the way, there's no two S's in Spanish either. None of the words in Spanish have a 2S, like we have MISSI, you know, Mississippi, and we have a lot of words that have double S. There's no double S in Spanish. But for now, the F, okay? The F. By the way, the F is also the PH, okay? Is the PH. We're not talking about basic and acidic, okay? We're talking about what? The sound, okay? In English, we say what? Photo, yes? In Spanish, it's what? Photo. The PH in Spanish is F. The PH in English is F in Spanish, yes? Okay, these are just little trivia I throw in there, but we'll pick these up as we go along. So, el conductor, okay? El profesor. Well, how do we make this feminine? Okay, la, what? Conductora. La conductora. Hence, we're going to do what? El profesor becomes la, what? Profesora. Good. All right? So, it says ElLa, okay? And it has the A in parentheses there. But this is what it means. El conductor, the masculine, okay? La conductora, the feminine. Go down to the T's. There's one there in the T's, okay? There's one there in the T's that has an L/la. Okay, what is that? ElLa, okay? Turista. See, turista. So it's going to be el turista or la turista.
La.
Okay? Well, it's either or. It depends. He's an el turista. El turista. You're a la turista because you're feminine. Yes. Okay? Because you're the feminine. So we're always going to be talking about masculine, feminine, singular, plural. All right? If I said the tourists, if they're all women, the tourist, it's going to be what? Las turistas. See? Las turistas. Las turistas. Okay? If they're all guys, it's going to be what?
Los
turistas. But if it's a mixture of girls and guys, it's going to be los turistas.
Really?
Okay? Really. There's another one there in the E's. In the E's. What does it say there in the E's? It's an L and it's also a la. What is that? Estudiante. Sí. Estudiante. All right? Estudiante. So, el or la, estudiante. So, la estudiante que se sienta enfrente de la clase, the student that sits in the front of the class, I'm saying la estudiante, I'm referring to her, okay? I'm referring to her, okay? El estudiante que se sienta enfrente de la clase, okay? Es él, it's him, okay? He's the student, yes? So it depends on the gender, yes?
That could be kind of confusing because you don't change the E or A on the end of the word.
No,
And
you
there's some
don't.
words,
But
I mean, some you do, some you don't.
some you do, some you don't, okay? You just have to learn that. Like estudiante ends in a vowel, okay? So we're not going to make much of a change there, okay? Profesor, profesora, we add an A for the feminine, okay? Leave it as is, profesor, conductor for the masculine, okay? Just something that has to be learned. It just takes time. It takes time, okay? All right. So these are what are called definite articles. Definite articles, okay? I walk into the library, I say, I want the book on waterfalls. The librarian goes right to the stack there, she pulls it out, here it is. I want the book, because it's a definite book on waterfalls, okay? But if I walk in the library and I say, I want a book on waterfalls, she says, well, which one? We've got 12, okay? We happen to have a few on reserve here. Do you want the book that talks about this, or do you want the book? No, I want a book. I don't care which book it is. So it's an indefinite article. It's an we put labels on all these words. We put labels so we know what we're talking about. That's why we call this a noun, sustantivo. That's why we call this an article, artículo, okay? And this is artículo definido, okay? The indefinite article then, okay? Let's take the L and the la and the los and the las off of here, okay? And see, I took a bus yesterday. What are we going to say? A bus. This is the bus. L is the bus. I took a bus. A bus is what? An indefinite article. What does the text tell you? Those of you that studied diligently last night before you came to class. Yes.
I don't remember.
Yes. Okay, he's right on target. Okay, so is the
one.
indefinite article. That's the in. A bus. I take a bus to school. Yo tomo un autobús a la escuela. Okay, all right? I know a guy, he's from Chicago. Yo conozco a what? I know a guy. What's a guy? Yes. Don't be bashful. You can speak up, all right? Bien. Even if you're sitting in the back row, it's okay, all right? What about a girl? I know a girl from Chicago. Una, exactly. Una. We'll get this right, okay? Una chica. So un and una, singular. Un and una, singular. Or a, or an. Okay, depends upon how it is in the sentence in English, okay? All right. How about the plural? Well, there are some communities that lack parks. Okay, some communities, because the plural of is not us, right? It's what? It's some, isn't it? When you think about it, that's your indefinite article, plural. Okay, some communities. Okay, well, first of all, this is DAD. We knew it was a la, which told us it was feminine. So you have to know these words are masculine or feminine. So now you can say there are some communities. Unas. Comunidades. There are some communities. Okay, there are some communities. All right. How about there are some conductors? Conductors. Let's make this plural. How do we make this plural? Ends in a consonant, so we add a es. Okay, es. So conductores. there are some conductors. This is going to be what? Unos. Unos. Okay? So we have un, una, okay? Unas, unos. Okay? ¿Comprende? Repita por favor, el autobús, el chico, la chica, las chicas, los chicos, los autobuses. Now we go to the indefinite article, some or a bus, okay, repita, un autobús, un chico, una chica, unas comunidades. Ah, somebody didn't correct me back there. Who was it again? You gotta stay with it now, okay? Keep me honest here, okay? There are some communities, comunidades, okay? There are some communities, okay? There are some drivers, conductors, hay unos conductores. Repita por favor, okay? Una comunidad. Which means a community. Unas comunidades, which means some communities, okay? Un conductor, which means un conductor, which means a driver, a conductor, okay? Unos conductores, which means some drivers, some conductors. I strongly recommend that you look at the tutorials. I strongly recommend that you look at it's a little cartoon character that's not quite as goofy as I am that's going through this whole thing, okay? And he goes through the articles, tutorials for the articles. And there's a tutorial for every one of the little grammar sequences, yes? This just happens to be nouns and articles. This just happens to be nouns and articles. So we have definite articles, and they are definite articles, and they are el, la, los, las. We have indefinite articles, and they are un, una, unos, and unas. Muy bien. Okay? All right. And let's see if this worked. Okay?